Welcome back.
Look at the screen! Welcome back, guards. Today is Friday the 22nd.
And it's a red day. The high is 89 and the low is 64, and there's a 20% chance of rain.
For lunch today, the cafeteria will be serving teriyaki chicken, mashed cheese sticks, and hamburger.
Hey, Joe, what do you have for us today?
Well, Madison, I have Mr. Burns talk about cross country last night.
Before we talk about cross country, just a reminder, intramurals are in full swing. You have art on Monday. If you don't know anything about it, you can pick up a sheet in the main office. It's from 4 to 5. Tuesday, there is drama. It is after school from 4 to 5. Don't show up in the morning. Wednesday, flag football. I saw a bunch of people out there playing. I'm sure it'll be nice and toasty next Wednesday, just like last Wednesday. 4 to 5. Monday and Wednesday. We have Walk with Confidence. 7th and 8th grade girls. See Mrs. Pryor's from 4 to 5. Last night, the cross-country teams ran at Memorial versus Westside and Northwood. The boys' team crushed the other teams. They beat Westside by the score of 21 to 39 and Northwood by the score of 18 to 42. Top finish, 5 finishers. First overall, Mariano Retzlaff. Second overall, Jason Jerez, Michael Griffey, Eliza Poorman, and Bryden Primrose. The girls also swept both schools, beating Northwood 23 to 35 and smashing Westside 18 to 44. The top 5 finishers: first overall, Hasmin Jerez; second overall, Lily Christensen, Morgan Gannon, Haley Salis, Joka Dietrich. We had 3 personal best run in the brutal heat last night. 8 seconds better, Lucas Holt. 11 seconds, Alex Klein. And our big time improver with 44 seconds, Owen McFarland. It was a gutsy effort by all the cross-country runners. It was hot, and they did a great job. We won our last regular season meet on Tuesday against Goshen and Northridge. Good luck, guardsmen.
Thank you, Mr. Burns. Mrs. Cummins, what are you here to talk to us about?
I'm here to talk about DC, and it was great to see you at the meeting on Wednesday, Joe. Hey, those of you who did not go to the meeting, which was the mandatory meeting that you missed, that was right, mandatory meeting, and that was Wednesday. So you need to go to Mrs. Rice's room and you need to pick up one of these fabulous packets and read it. I mean, every page, word for word, because it's going to tell you how to get registered, when the payments are due, all those really important pieces of information. In order for you to get into the White House and into the Pentagon, we will ask for those appointments again this year, and we need security information. I ran out of these papers on Wednesday night, so there are more in Mrs. Rice's room. Okay, so I messed up on it. True confessions. I put that it was due November 1st, 2018. Bad news. 2018, 8th graders won't be students here, and we won't be taking you on the trip. If you wait until then, sad. No go. So make sure it's turned in by November 1st, 2017, and then we can submit your information, and then it's all up to the government. My hands will be clean of that. If your parents would like to go, and yes, they do, they want to go, they will need to have this form to fill out. And again, these ran short as well on Wednesday night. This is the background information that all adult volunteers have to have filled out in order to be with the students here. So let me recap. Not at the meeting on Wednesday. Sad. Get the paperwork from Mrs. Rice's room. You guys, when you turn this security information back in, it's got big time information on it. You don't just throw this around or leave it sitting out any place. Put it in an envelope, make sure it's folded up, put it in either Mrs. Rice's hands or myself. All right, this is important stuff. Okay, we got to go back to Joe.
Thank you, Mrs. Cummins.
Anytime, Joe. You're the best.
I know. Yeah. All right. Both football teams play tomorrow at home against Castling of LaPorte at 10 a.m. So back to the desk.
And don't forget to go on to your Canvas graduating class and vote for the yearbook cover.
Happy first official day of fall.
And now to Max with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Max.
Next week is Spirit Week, so don't forget. Monday we're kicking off with Togo Day, and then Tuesday is Red Out. Next Wednesday is College Gear Day, Thursday will be Hat Day, and Friday will be ending with Jersey Day. If you forget it, there are posters around the school with information.
Have a great Friday and an even better weekend.
Stay tuned for football.
Hey, we've got Pigskin Preview right now.
Stay tuned for a pigskin preview.
Welcome to week 1 of Pigskin Pick'ems. For week 4 of the college football season. I'm here with Miss Rice today to make her picks for the top 5 games this week. This first game we have Alabama at Vanderbilt. What's your pick, Mrs. Rice?
Go Doors. Vanderbilt's going to beat the Crimson Tide. Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. Go Doors.
I have to pick Alabama. I'm here with Miss Rice today to make her picks for the top 5 games this week. This first game we have Alabama at Vanderbilt. What's your pick, Mrs. Rice?
Go Doors. Vanderbilt's going to beat the Crimson Tide. Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds, but Vanderbilt's on a roll. They're 3-0 right now. They're about ready to break into the top 25. So, again, Go Doors.
I have to pick Alabama, number 1, 3-0. They're just always really good. Game 2 is USC at Cal. What's your pick?
I have to go with USC. They were pretty powerful against Stanford, so I think I'm going to have to go with the Trojans.
Yeah, me too. Number 5 ranked against a non-ranked team.
Yeah,
I have to go with that as well. And then the third game we have Michigan at Purdue. What's your?
Sorry, Mr. Kreska. I'm going to have to go with Maize and Blue this weekend, so I think Michigan's going to beat Purdue. Although I think Purdue will give them a good game.
I'm going to have to go Purdue, just as the upset this week in the Big Ten. Big game at Purdue this week. The fourth game we have is Penn State at Iowa.
I'm going to have to go with Penn State. Penn State, actually, their head coach was a former Vanderbilt head coach, so he knows what he's doing. So I'm going to have to go with Penn State over Iowa.
Yeah, me too. Iowa is not ranked in the Big Ten, and Penn State's pretty dominant this year. And then the last game we have is the Notre Dame at Michigan State game.
Notre Dame's going to handle Michigan State pretty handily. Sorry, all you Michiganders, but I'm going to have to go with Notre Dame on this one.
I'm going to pick Michigan State for the upset this week.